A 3, a 2, a 1. Hello and welcome to the 100th episode of Questlog. It is a weekly show about video games old and new, and my name is Tyler Everett. I'm joined by the one, the only, the Brian Maxwell.
Good evening, everyone.
And not to be underestimated, it's the one, the only Luke Phillips.
Hello. 100. We finally did it.
We finally did it. Aaron Kring is absent. He's he tuckered himself out, I'm sure, and he's passed out on the couch. He's a good boy, but he's not here. We miss him dearly. Shout out Aaron Kring. Yeah, it's 100 episodes. We put 100 episodes out into the expanse of the internet. They're out there forever.
Yep.
That's a thing we did. We can hang our hat on that. Yeah, that's right. Now. That's true. That's undeniable. No one can ever take that away from us.
I made a poop.
Here we are. Yeah, it's a lot like pooping, look. Brian. Yeah, look, there it is.
Look.
Well, that's one way to look at it, I guess.
It is one way to look at it. It is that. And with all good things, they change. They end sometimes. They go in different directions. And so it is with this show. We are going to be switching it up a bit, trying something new. We're not sure what it's going to be called yet. We're not sure exactly what the rhythm is, but we'll keep you posted. If you want to check out questlogcast.com, follow Questlogcast on Twitter, all that stuff as usual. We will let anyone know that wants to know what's going on next. But for tonight...
Yeah, it's exciting because like the next time like we're back on, it's going to have a fresh coat of paint, new carpet. Yeah. It's going to be like a brand new place.
Brand new show, brand new theme. We're going to be focusing more on single games and playing them all together and kind of doing like a... It's like a games club, like a book club.
Yeah.
But for
more focus.
But for video games. Yeah, that's the idea. So we've heard from listeners and friends and through self-reflection that the times that the show is the best is when we are all playing the same thing. We all have the same thing to talk about. And I think it's going to be great. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. We hope that you will join us along on that ride. And who knows? The door's not closed. Questlog Cast may be back someday. Shout out Led Lunchbox in the chat. What up, Mike? Good to see you.
And you know what? When one door closes, another one opens.
That's undeniable, right? Brian.
Fish were always dead before dawn.
Are there any other idioms? Yeah, what other ones can we...
Yes. As the old saying goes, new year, new podcast.
That's
a good one.
That's one, sung through the ages. We all know that.
Yep.
Anyway, tonight we're gonna do kind of a normal show, a regular show almost. Maybe do a little look forward later on into what might be coming next. But for now, boy, I've been sucked into the freaking Witcher 3, man. I got super jealous that everyone had a new cowboy game to play, and I don't have a PS4 when I refuse to play it on my Xbox. So I can't be playing
on PC.
I can't be playing Red Dead Redemption 2 on my PC because it doesn't exist, and it bums me out. So I was like, man, I think I've tried twice now in earnest to get through The Witcher 3. Wild Hunt is the name of the game, and have done so unsuccessfully. So I thought, you know what? Hey, third time's a charm. I think it's time to give it another go. And so I have been, and I'm super into this game.
It's good. I heard lots and lots of good things. A lot of people whose opinions I respect rave about this as one of their favorite RPGs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's up there for me.
Lots of content.
Yeah, the thing that I find, like, the world is off-putting, like, on purpose. It's a grim, dark kind of fantasy that you're experiencing. But there's a lot to like. There's a lot of good characters. The writing for like a lot of the side quests and stuff is exceptionally good. Silly things like you come across this hut and there's an old lady kind of peering in the windows, like trying to see what's in there, and you come up to her and she tells you that she's lost her pan. She lent it to this guy, and she thinks he's gone off and stolen her pan, right? Her cast iron skillet, Luke. You don't steal another person's.
This is super serious business.
Serious accusations
I hope
here.
You got this pan back.
I did, and it was sparkling clean. Anyway, little things like that. It's very. What's that?
That's a well-seasoned pan then.
Well, it's quite the opposite, actually. So you find out. I mean, spoiler alert. But you find out that the guy wanted the pan because he needed the soot from it to make an ink, so he could write down some letters really quick. So he like scraped all the shit and grime off this pan, and
I think Luke's back out.
Yeah, yeah, unseasoned the pan, and then had it like polished to a mirror finish almost. So, yeah.
Well, that just means that it's prime for some bacon.
That's right. Yeah, you get some bacon in there, season it up proper.
Season that bad boy back up. That's all.
That's all. That's all that is. That's it. And that's all.
Unseasoned pan is just an excuse to cook more bacon.
Anyway, it's great. Like there's the thing that I find myself not liking about it is just the fact that I'm uncomfortable in the world. Like it's the opposite of Breath of the Wild, where every corner is just another delightful little nook and cranny. This is a festering cesspool of humanity and monsters. But no, it looks gorgeous. Seeds? What's that?
No Korok seeds?
No Korok seeds to be found. Nope. There's a lot of wraiths. There's a lot of drowners, which are just fish zombies, apparently. Like, not fish that are undead, but like fish people, like swamp things that come up out of the water and try to drag you down and drown you in the waters.
Light little candles of your own.
Yeah. Truly horrific things. Like I guess it's all based on Polish folklore, from my understanding. These are all like, monsters and things from that side of the world, and it's terrifying. I don't know.
He just seems like such a scummy dude to me. He just puts off a real, like, waiting to pick up some 18-year-olds like outside the high school kind of vibe. He just seems like a gross motherfucker.
I don't know if that's fair. Geralt is an interesting character, man. He's got some depth.
I use the word seems, so I don't have to defend it in any way.
That's true. Yeah.
That's just how it seems to me.
He does give a vibe of just, fuck everyone. I don't know. He feels like he's constantly flipping the camera the bird, even if he's not. I get that. But not like him. And it gives you... It is a true RPG. You get to decide who your Geralt is, I'm playing him like a paladin, basically. He's a real good dude in my game. I don't know. I'm finding decisions tough in the world. Like, I'll go through and find out that this priest of the eternal flame was using me. He's like, there's all these pits with bodies festering and decaying, and they're just gonna be fodder for the corpse eaters. Can you go burn those up and take care of them? So you go through 2 of these and you burn up these piles of bodies, right? Put the holy oil on them, light them aflame. You get to the 3rd one, and there's a guy fighting off the corpse eaters there, and he tells you he's a fist tech dealer, which is like, a drug dealer basically in the game.
Okay, that sounds like he's selling video cards or something.
Yeah, I don't know why it's called that. I remember it from the previous game. There's a lot of alchemy and weird shit. I don't know why it's called that though. But anyway, he's a real scummy looking dude. But he's like, yeah, the fucking priest. I was supposed to deliver him some stuff, and instead his men turned their swords on us and killed all our people and tossed us in a pile instead of paying us.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so it's kind of like, well,
it's gonna show up on the justice radar.
Yeah, so I let that guy go, and I was like, I better go talk to this priest about this because I don't quite like the way that I've been used in this situation. So you come back and he's like, yeah, whoa, the thing about all those bodies is one of them was very much alive and had a quite interesting story to tell me about what was going on. And the priest is like, that's a story I would like to purchase from you and to never let that be heard again. And so he offers you a bribe, and you have the option of being like, take the bribe or tell him to fist himself. And I chose the latter because,
fist him.
Yeah. I was like, I'm not, you can't buy me, priest. That's not going to happen. But I did consider it because gold is hard to come by in this game. It's not easy. And a lot of the nicer weapons and armor and things like that, they come at a price.
An actual bribe.
Yeah, so what I could use is some money right now. So do I really care that this priest is, killing drug dealers, or
now can you just take the bribe and then kill him?
I'm sure I could have. I tried to keep my Geralt's honor intact, though, and I told him that I couldn't be bought, and he goes, oh, that's a problem, because, now I gotta kill you. And he's like, 3 people on one, even though you're a witcher, I think we can manage. And the second that the cutscene dropped, I shot fire out of my hands and lit his ass on fire, and he went down instantly, and I killed his other 2 dudes in a single hit. And then I took his money.
All right, so we did what I suggested, just in the opposite order.
Right, exactly.
All right.
Yeah. Yep. So it still worked out in my favor. Yeah, it's a fantastic RPG. And
it doesn't help that I feel like probably 2/3 of what I've seen of this game is just that image of him in a bathtub.
He's in a bathtub. It feels like in every game. I feel like it's a trope at this point. Like, we got to put his naked, scarred up ass in a tub and have ladies all around. Yeah, it's not a great look. But here I am.
Not the whole game. That's a very small percentage of the game.
It is a very small percentage of the game. You don't actually see his Witcher donger. Sorry everyone. Apparently there's sailing. I haven't gotten to the sailing yet, but you can sail, which if Luke knows anything about me, it's that I fucking love to sail in a video game. So yeah, I think this is the time I'm going to finish it. It's great. It's a cowboy game, but swords and magic, which is exactly what I really want. So there you go. It's checking all my boxes, if you know what I'm saying. Witcher 3, get it now. Get it while it's hot.
A year ago.
Yeah, a year ago.
One more to get that DLC.
There is. I've heard very good things. Blood and Wine, and I think something Hearts of Stone, maybe. I can't remember, but yeah, I'll probably be looking into that if I finish the main game. I might be picking that up. So there you go. Played a little Sea of Thieves. We did the Halloween event last weekend.
Yep, last week we did that.
This current weekend was our kind of first foray back into just playing the game like normal.
Yeah, I hit an awesome milestone though. I am a pirate legend now.
He's finally caught up to me.
I could have a long time ago. I just don't want to spend all my doubloons on it.
I know. It's fun though.
I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do it. So.
Are the volcanoes a permanent fixture in the game? Is that still around?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a new area in the world. The thing, you don't have to go there though, so that's kind of nice. Like Luke and I did
we actively avoided last night.
Yeah, last night we were like, I just really want to deal with the volcanoes tonight. And so we did the Athena voyage, the Pirate Legend exclusive thing. We did that instead, and it was pretty cool. Like they used to have, I don't know if Brian, you ever did any of the fetch all the animals quests. I don't think we were really focusing on that much, or.
Yeah, I remember them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So those used to be a fixture in these Athena voyages. You'd get like 2 of each type of voyage. Now, instead, those ones are replaced with these new cargo runs where you just have to go pick up crates from a specific person. And it tells you, like, what island they're on. So you go there, and they're like, okay, yeah, you got to get 4 crates from...
That's good.
Yeah, so-and-so on Plunder Outpost. And the cool thing is, just picking them up completes the objective. It's up to you to then, like, protect them and turn them in at their requested destination. But it's like... that's the thing we talked about a few weeks ago, where it's like, keep the cloth from getting wet, keep the plants, watered.
Right.
Don't break the bottles. That's the types of things that you can do. And if you want, you can just drop those things right in the ocean, and it will still complete the voyage. So you won't get any, money or reputation for them, obviously, but it considers it done as far as the Athena voyage goes. So that's pretty cool in my book. I think it was nice to not have to hunt animals and then babysit those during the entire thing.
Those were real bad, because just going to random islands and being like, I don't see any brown pigs here. I don't know.
Yup.
Try another island. Nope, not here either.
Yeah, it was like, this island has pigs, but didn't have the color that we needed, or whatever.
Since the cargo runs have come out, I have not seen one of those gather X animal voyages.
Yeah,
I haven't heard that they took them out, but I haven't seen any.
I think you still get them when you go actually purchase just a Merchant Alliance voyage, but you can get a cargo run too. So it's like the Gold Hoarder stuff, where it could be the riddle or it could be the
treasure.
Yeah, exactly. So I think it's a good improvement. It made the Athena voyage a lot smoother for us. I think we got through it pretty good time.
Yeah, not bad.
We just two-manned
We had some skeletons that were kind of rough on us a few times.
Yeah. Yeah, overall, it's good.
They're supposed to be releasing the Pirate Legend commendation as well, so that should be good. Looking forward to that.
Some new goals to attain.
Doing, yeah,
should be good.
Yeah, not bad.
That's all I've really played this week. What about you, Luke? What have you been into?
I also have played a little bit of Link Between Worlds on the old TUDS. Had a little bit of a nostalgia trip. I met up with Aaron Kring for lunch the other day, and he slid over the cartridge across the table, and this reminds me a lot of childhood times where it's like, hey, I want to borrow this game. Meet up and do a little bit of a trade. And
what did you trade him? What did you give him in return?
Nothing. My presents.
The best kind of trade.
Yeah.
Good trade.
Yeah.
The one other game I have, he purchased anyway, so there was 2 trade.
Where'd you get lunch? Where'd you meet up for lunch?
4 Roses.
Oh, good old Nick's.
On the south side.
Good old Nick's.
Country breakfast. Egg over easy on top of the biscuit.
It's a good way to go. It's a good way to go.
But yeah, Link Between World, very well made game. I really like that the map is basically the same as Link to the Past.
I love that about cool. it. Yeah.
A lot of the sounds are the same. The music is the same. A lot of nostalgia trip there. One thing I hate though is this ravioli guy.
Right? Fuck that guy.
That sure is a shitty mechanic to have in a game.
Yeah.
This whole like, hey, you can rent these items from me, but if you die, I'm taking them back. Oh, in your house? I'm gonna set up shop in it.
It's okay. Seems cool. Like a step too far.
Yeah. Link's kind of a doormat in this game. Like he just, he shows up, he tries to save a princess, gets his ass kicked, and then this purple ravioli motherfucker just moves into his house. Starts selling him weapons to use and items.
Renting them weapons.
Renting them, not even selling, That's a bummer.
Yeah.
It is kind of a neat idea, though. Like, I mean, that's besides the jump into a wall thing. That's kind of this game's gimmick. Is you don't have the classic giant inventory full of different tools. It's you got to go make a deliberate choice to bring the right tool for the job. So I don't know. It's kind of different, kind of interesting. I didn't stick with it, which is surprising to me since Link to the Past is one of my favorite games of all time. I don't know if I just had other stuff to play or what, but I'll probably give this one a go again.
I kind of wish that they had just made like just ported it over A Link to the Past to 2DS. Like just get rid of the wall mechanic for the painting and just make Link to the Past on 2DS with these graphics and everything. That would have been better for me.
Gotcha.
I prefer that because I don't like the whole painting mechanic either.
I'm not wild about it.
Something that has to like click in my brain, maybe. Kind of like, when you play Portal, you go through and eventually you actually do start thinking with portals.
Yep.
So maybe at some point I will start thinking with paintings.
Yeah.
But
doesn't roll off the tongue quite as well. It's not.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Like the second dungeon I did earlier today, I just could not figure this thing out. I could not find how to get this key. I knew where it was. I couldn't just get over there. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? What am I missing? I don't understand this. So I did the old, I'm putting it down for the afternoon, and I came back to it. And I was like, oh my God, it's so fucking simple. Like, it's right there in front of me. How did I not get that before?
Yep,
then I went
lots of those.
Went to the boss fight, and it was super annoying, and I died, so I quit.
Uninstall.
It's the one that, like, you're on a platform with the ledge, and it twirls around, and it just knocks you off over and over again. The House of Gales.
I haven't gotten that far.
Oh, it's the second dungeon.
Yep. I made it through the first one, and then I think I stopped for some reason. I can't remember why, but yeah. So
it's good. It's well made. I don't know if I'm going to stick with it all the way, but yeah, I'll at least try to go through the first few dungeons.
It's the first Zelda game that I think I've started and not finished, which is crazy because I know it's a good game. I don't know. I think I gotta commit to it.
I've got a list of them.
Yeah.
I think Minish Cap was the last one that I finished.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, there you have it.
There you have it.
There you have it. That was a good 2D Zelda though, nonetheless.
Mm-hmm.
You ever play the other Game Boy ones?
I think I dabbled with Spirit Tracks very briefly, and
what about the old Game Boy Color deals? Oh God, if Kring were here, we'd know them. I can't think of the names of them right now.
Was that the Oracle of Seasons?
Yes, and Ages and Seasons.
I missed those altogether.
Those are good. They're really good. I love the old Game Boy Zeldas, that and Link's Awakening. Those are some of my favorite Zeldas, period. So
I got a Game Boy Advance way late in its life cycle.
Gotcha.
To play Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. I'm like, well, I'm not gonna miss that, so I guess I'm getting a Game Boy now.
Yeah.
Same reason I got a DS, because they made another one for the DS. So
nice. Yeah, my favorite thing about this so far is the way that it takes like zones that you know and then adds like things to kind of subvert your expectations about them. It's like, oh, I remember that I got to jump down this well to go through and get the heart piece here in Kakariko Village, and I'm sure I didn't make it that far yet in here, but I'm sure that doing that will reward you in some way, but not the way you expect. Like, there's a lot of that going on here.
Yeah, I had to go find Zora's Domain earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I know exactly where that is.
Yep.
And like the whole like path there was identical to Link to the Past.
That's cool.
That was pretty nice.
Yeah,
it feels good.
Went to the waterfall, and then it turned out to be just like some big fairy fish thing, and like that's not from Link to the Past. This is different.
There was not supposed to be a fish in here.
Yeah, that part's not right. Come on now.
Unexpected fish are never appreciated. Anyway, oh, cool. I'm glad you tried it. Be interested to see if you stick with it. I might pick it up again too, just so we have some kind of.
And I really am liking my 2DS though. It is nice to be able to have something while I've have something else playing on the TV, and it's just like, well, I don't need to fully commit to that. I'm just gonna sit here and play a game for a while, and I haven't really taken it with me anywhere. All my portable devices, I don't take with me.
You just use on the couch.
Yep, stays on the couch on my little table there, and my Switch doesn't leave the TV either. So that's what phones are for. We all have phones.
Yeah, what? Do you guys have phones?
There it is.
Speaking of Switch, actually led Lunchbox and I played a little bit more Mario Party this week.
Oh, cool.
Did you win?
I think I won one and he won one.
Hashtag balance.
Yep.
Did you get to do the skillet flipping game?
Yeah, we did actually.
Who won that one? Mike?
Luke.
Mike, come on. Oh, well done, sir. Well done.
Yeah. It didn't have the heft of a cast iron skillet, so I wasn't really used to it.
Well,
Have to get an adapter.
That's just the HD Rumble letting you down, I guess. It's just a real.
But I'm glad you brought that up because the HD Rumble on that is actually really cool.
Yeah.
So the whole thing is that you've got this like cube of meat, and it's sizzling in the pan, and when it stops sizzling, that side is done. So you have to flick it up and get it to a different side, and you have to cook all 6 sides.
Okay.
So whoever does it obviously the fastest wins that round. But it's very cool. Like you can actually almost feel it sizzling in your hand, and you flip it, and it's amazing how precise it actually is. Because you just have to flip it just a little bit to get it over on the other side. It works.
That's cool.
It was actually pretty impressive how precise the controller was for that.
Yeah, the tech is neat. I think it's best suited for these little mini games like you're talking about, and I haven't seen any real full games really take advantage of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like Wii Sports in that regard. Just a bunch of small little mini stuff and
small little mini sausages to sizzle. You gotta sizzle them up.
So, yeah, that's all I've really been playing this week.
Cool. What have you been into, Brian? What's new with you?
I've still been chipping away at Dragon Quest and Persona. I also picked up the Tetris Effect. It came out the other day.
Tetris Effect.
That is a pretty special game.
Huh.
Playing that in VR,
it's the VR
Tetris.
one, yeah.
Yeah. So, it's Tetris, and you know what Tetris is, and your mileage may vary. But this has a lot of visual effects and really good music. Like the pieces dropping and the lines getting completed plays into the music a lot of the time in a really cool way. And the visual effects will change every time you complete a line. There's some underwater areas where every time you complete a line a fish will swim past, or there are a lot of different visualizations. There are probably 30 or 40 different visualizations. Each with its own music. There's one that's all windmills, and every time you complete a line, a gust of wind comes through and the windmills all spin. And
very cool.
It's not going to play as well just watching a video of it, but in VR it's a really zen kind of thing. You can really get into a zone with it. Because Tetris.
Right. That's kind of the idea, right?
I give them props for taking a game that old and actually making it modern with VR and finding a way to incorporate it.
Yep, and it's just kind of relentlessly positive and pleasant. I don't love all the music, some of the music that has lyrics though, but it's always positive and upbeat. And I'll tell you, 2018, that's not a bad thing.
It's a thing to hold on to.
That's just pleasant and feels good.
That's pretty cool. There's a game on my phone where you catch Pokemon. No,
go on.
It's not so much like Tetris. It's hard to describe what it is, but it's an AR game. It's an augmented reality thing. and it has this kind of zen like thing to it too. What happens is you're like dropping blocks on top of blocks trying to create a tower, right? And each time you do it and you don't get it quite right, like any of the overlap shaves the whole thing off. It's hard to describe.
I think I played this before. What's it called?
I can't remember. I can't remember.
I probably played a variation of it or something.
It's just a neat thing because it happens in whatever space you're in. So it searches. You use your camera, right, to look for a flat area, and then the game takes place like it looks like the block is falling on your table or your toilet seat or wherever you happen to be playing your game.
Wherever you might.
Right. So it's just cool. It's just like a cool kind of relaxing thing to watch happen in front of you. And so like, I don't know, there's a part of this that's reminding me of that. It's like the Tetris is happening in your field of view with these friggin' dolphins and stuff. Like there's just something kind of cool about that. Obviously, you know, my bathroom floor isn't as exciting as swimming with dolphins, but I'm just saying that I kind of get what's going on here, I guess.
Yeah, it's I haven't played a Tetris game since the old NES Tetris.
That's one of the very first games I played.
Yep.
Was the old
The
NES
only
Tetris.
variation on that in gameplay is you can like store your current block and like swap it out.
Huh. Oh, you can be like, oh, this one can't go anywhere. I gotta save this one for later.
Right. So you put it in storage and you exchange it for the one that was already in storage. You know, so you get those long, tall blocks, and you want to save those usually for your Tetrises.
Huh. Very cool. I dig that.
Yeah, it's really good, and you know, like most VR things, like I said, it doesn't really play well in video or to explain it. You just have to kind of experience it. But
right,
it's also, I don't know, it's got this real zen thing where I'll go from, you know, hey man, it's, you know, it's good. Like I missed that drop, but it's all good. I'm gonna get it back, man. It's gonna be all right. And a minute later, I'm just like, fuck, motherfucker. Because Tetris,
right?
That's how Tetris works.
Yeah,
you know, you're off by one, and all of a sudden the whole thing's in peril now.
Yeah, when it starts getting towards the top and the music starts speeding up, and you just start feeling like, well, this whole thing's effed now. There's just nothing for it.
This kind of thing is oddly good for you know, anxiety. I don't know, giving something you have to focus on completely and be mindful of. It's good.
Yeah. I haven't played a Tetris game in a minute, so I could see myself getting into this too. In exactly that kind of way.
I played one on the original Game Boy. I think that was my first and last Tetris.
It's not the kind of thing that I picture myself seeking out, but you know, I could definitely get in the mood for it. So cool, man. I'm glad VR is such a hit for you. Like that's so surprising to me in a way, but also, you know,
it really is. Like there's a lot of VR games that are sort of experiences more than games. A lot of them, I would say, but you know, this year there have been a few really, really solid games, like video game ass games.
Yeah.
You know, this and Moss and Astrobot, like
they're starting to get out of the hey, this is a neat tech thing, and into these are good ass video games. You know, that's good. It's a good thing. Very cool. Well, hey, we don't have a whole lot of the old news this week, but we do have a little bit, so let's do the news things. Hey, it's some news. We got just a couple things here. Where did it go? Episode 100. It's where it all comes together, folks. Hey, you can get YouTube on your Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, finally. A year and a half later.
We had to know that this was coming, right? Like,
it's not Netflix, but you know,
it's not Netflix. Like, give me that Netflix, please. But yeah, I'll take a YouTube on there. That's pretty good.
I read Hulu was added a while back. Did I miss that announcement?
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Hulu's on there for quite a while.
Can you actually like download content to the Switch? Do you know, Brian? Or is it just streaming
I don't think
only?
Hulu lets you do that anywhere ever.
Yeah, I don't know that it is a feature. I think you're right. Because that's where it would really shine. It's just being able to download it at home and then take it with you on the go and watch whatever you have saved.
Yeah, just make sure you got a memory card.
Vegan.
It does.
Well, it comes with like a 32 gig. It's pretty.
I bought a 128 for it.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, it's cool. Like it's good to know still releasing apps for it, because that was one of my complaints. Last June was like, how come I'm not, downloading Netflix to my Switch and taking it with me on a plane? And where's my Spotify app? It would be perfect for all of that stuff.
Yeah, it's got a much better battery than my phone does, I'm sure. A bigger one anyway. So I could totally see that replacing a lot of the things I use my phone for. If only it had the ability. Yeah.
But this gives me hope that we will see stuff like that in the future.
I think that's a thing that when it's not the focus of the system, when it's not the primary thing is to be this media player, like Xbox maybe swung too far into that realm of like trying to be the media box, home console, home entertainment.
They want it to be
center.
like a one-stop for everything.
Which I think is fine if you do that. I just don't think you focus on that. So I think Nintendo's right to say like, hey, this is a game system. But having those other things are what turn it into like a thing that you won't leave home.
Right.
Like for a while when I was really into one specific game, I'd carry the Switch with me every day. But once you finish that, it's like...
Leave it in server rooms.
Oh, and leave it in the server room. Yeah, lock it in there. But yeah, if it had those other things, if it had become, my de facto YouTube box, if I could get HBO on that thing, if I could, have all those same things that I use on my phone, I'd much rather watch them on the bigger screen on the Switch. It's got a kick stand, it's got a headphone jack.
I can understand them not wanting it to be like the major focus of the system, but it came out in 2017. Mobile phones and that whole on-the-go stuff is incredibly popular in the U.S. and Japan, the two biggest markets for it. And it's perfect for that sort of content. They just had to have like a small team dedicated for these apps, and they could have released them on launch.
Or shortly after,
or shortly after, not a year and a half later.
Yeah, so like my biggest thing is like if I was using this thing to watch, videos on my lunch break already and all of that stuff, then I'm more likely to see when there's a sale in the Nintendo Switch store, and I'm more likely to check the new releases and stuff in there if I'm already using this to catch up on, a show I'm watching on HBO or Hulu or whatever. So I feel like they don't maybe that's the part that they don't understand is like they saw this backlash against Microsoft for focusing on being a home entertainment system, but they're missing the part where that all like having an ecosystem for all of that stuff does drive the main focus, which is still games. So
it kind of seems like they have blinders on as far as what any other company is doing in the market, and that's can
true
be
to assume that they were
both good and bad for them. They do a lot of really creative, neat shit that's just their own thing, but they also really step in it a lot on basic stuff too.
Yes, that's exactly it. They're so focused on doing something different and creative that they just fuck up the basics.
So
like voice chat, having to use a mobile phone for voice chat.
Right, friend codes.
Friend codes, yep. Not having a virtual console. All right, I'm over it. I'm done.
Still, well, I'm sure it'll be 2020 and we'll still be lamenting the lack of a virtual console. We'll see. We'll see. yeah, so I don't know. Hopefully more to come. I would love to see, all the streaming apps make it on there. Twitch,
Twitch would be another good
HBO.
one.
It just kind of makes sense at this point. So we'll see.
Yeah.
See what happens. Hey, Sea of Thieves getting an arena mode. Hey yo.
Not Battle Royale.
Not Battle Royale, but they are doing this PvP arena mode. It seems like the idea is, do they say how many teams it is?
No, I have a feeling it'd probably be the same. Probably like 4 to 6.
Okay.
Boats.
It sounds like it's a timed thing, so like you'll spawn into the world, and the goal is to get as much treasure as you can, and if you have the most, you win. So it's not a full-on like death match or capture the flag or any of those kind of traditional things. It's still the Sea of Thieves gameplay, but it looks like there's a lot more treasure. Huh?
But with objectives?
With a focused objective in a match length. So it's instead of it being an open world thing with no, timers on it, this will have an end to it.
Team-based death match with objectives.
Yeah. So I could see that being cool. A new faction is involved in that, so you'll be fighting for the Sea Dogs. I'm sure there'll be a whole new batch of cosmetics and stuff to unlock through this new mode. The thing I'm a little worried about is I imagine that this will be, a separate queue, right? It'll be a separate thing that you do when you launch the game, and anytime you do that kind of stuff, it tends to have an effect.
Player base.
Yeah. I mean, it was already kind of a ghost town last night when we played Luke. We ran into like maybe 2 boats.
Here's my argument for that, though.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to matter a single bit because of how they handle the actual servers.
It's true.
So
I mean,
like if you want to go into like just regular old standard Sea of Thieves, it doesn't matter if there's 20,000 people playing it or 20 people. You're still getting 5 other boats on your server.
That's true. That's a good point. It's not an MMO.
There's no rank or MMR or anything like that.
So.
Yeah, I think it does. I think the only things it tries to do is match like, it tries to get a diverse group of like types of ships, and it tries to match input. So if you're playing with a keyboard and mouse on PC, it tries to match you with other people that are playing with a keyboard and mouse on PC. If you've got a controller, I think it tries to match you with console players and other people using controllers. So I think that's really the only stuff that they include, because everything else is kind of irrelevant as far as your rank with the gold hoarders doesn't necessarily mean that you're a great PvPer.
Doesn't mean squat. How many Pirate Legends have we seen that were just god awful at PvP?
Yep.
90%?
Lots.
95?
Lots.
Which is the scary part of this whole arena thing is we're going to be going against other people who want to PvP, and
we've been tooting our own horns for a good 6 months
we can
now.
Hold our own at least.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know, the times where we've flown the Reaper's Mark flag that they added a few patches back, that's the thing that kind of flags you on the world map for others to see from anywhere. And it's kind of like the, hey, let's
looking for trouble.
Yeah, I'm looking for a fight.
Yes, come step up.
You know what you're getting into, flag. We've still come out on top, I would say 90% of the time. Maybe higher.
Yeah, higher.
So
95, 100%.
I don't know. So yeah, I think our odds are still pretty good, but we'll see. I'm excited for it. That's going to be coming later in 2019, so we got some time yet. There'll be more build rad adventures and things like that to experience between now and then. So,
we're doing pretty good for the content that you and I have like just brainstormed on the side, just making it into the game. Mm-hmm. And it makes me wonder if Rare's like reading our chats.
I was pretty active on the Sea of Thieves subreddit for a while, submitting ideas and stuff. So yeah, there's not you can send the royalty checks to no, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to give you an address on the show.
Quest log.
There you go. Yeah, get in touch. Get in touch with our people. We'll make sure the money gets into the right hands. I don't actually have a topic this week, but I just want to play the music one more time. So here it comes. It's a topic. It is a topic. I mean, the topic is really what kind of for the last time. What are some games we're looking forward to? Since we're going to be looking forward to a new year, a new show, a new format, new all kinds of stuff. Kind of makes sense to take a gander at what's coming next. So, what are you guys feeling?
For me, it's Ooblets.
Ooblets. That's the
1,000%. That's the like Animal Crossing, Pokemon kind of thing. Where
Tim Schafer deal. Is it Double Fine?
It's not Tim Schafer, but yeah, it's going to be a Double Fine.
Okay, all right.
You got little mushroom people. Then, like originally, they were going to be fighting against other little mushroom people, like Pokemans. But then they said, no, we're going to have them do like a dance off instead of a fight. And I'm like yep.
And now it's a Brian game.
And then they said, well, it's going to be card based.
Oh. And Brian was like, I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, it's like I was already there, but
now I pre-ordered.
Yep.
Isn't there also farming?
I think so. So it's checking a lot of boxes for me.
Wait, this needs to be in VR and driving a truck across the country and
you'll
got all the boxes checked.
There it is. I played the music extremely loudly from this YouTube video and their website, so there you go. That'll be in there.
There we go.
Yeah.
Good to know.
It looks neat. It's got a real cute art style.
Mm-hmm.
It's got that kind of cel-shaded, single color, but shaded kind of thing going on. Looks good.
Probably the other one I would say is Untitled Goose Game, and I hope they keep it Untitled Goose Game.
Yeah, I saw a thing about this. It looks like you're just a fucking goose,
you're
just being an
asshole. Fucking with
asshole.
everyone's day. Yep. Just stealing stuff out of people's pockets and tripping people and.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's coming to Switch.
Yep.
Oh shit. All right, let's get a little Goose Game going here.
Yep. Goose Game hype kind of got a similar look.
Yeah.
Sort of.
There's a theme here. It says on the screen, press X to honk. Like, I just like
that's the controls.
They could have gone like a goat simulator way with this, and I don't think this is that. Like, this seems much more like it seems much more honest. Like, have a look at these objectives here. Let me switch this back. A to-do list. Get into the garden. Get the groundskeepers wet. Steal the groundskeeper's keys. Make the groundskeeper wear his sun hat. Rake in the lake. Have a picnic. Remember to bring basket, thermos, sandwich, apple, cabbage, pumpkin, carrot, radio, jam. It's just... It seems very good. Yeah.
Yep, I'm on the Steam page and it says, featuring a horrible goose, that's you. A town full of people just trying to get on with their day, you hate them. And a dedicated honk button. So
just honk a lot. Yeah,
that's all you need.
I'm way into the idea of this. Looks great. It looks really great.
Please keep the name Untitled Goose Game.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, that groundskeeper's angry. Oh, he doesn't like that. That old goose is at it again. I'm sorry. Too happy.
This actually does look kind of fun.
Right? Like, I just want to be that goose so bad.
Right. These are assholes anyway.
Yeah.
Just living right up to that.
They really are.
There is a flock of Canadian geese that hang out at my workplace every fucking day, and they will not get out of the road. Yeah, these geese harass me. I mean, not me personally, but like, I mean, they impede my progress, and it's illegal to run them over. Not that I would do that. I'm not that kind of person, but I'm just saying, like, it's like they know it. It's like they fucking know it.
They do.
Yeah, they're cocky assholes.
They just sit in the street and look at you.
But, yeah, like the geese. Some of them would get out of the way. Some of them would just chase me.
Yeah. Yeah, the one just stopped. Like, I was waiting for it, and I honked my horn, and it just fucking honked back at me. It just honked. Like, all right, well, I see we're at an impasse. This is... Yeah, run me over, get arrested. See what
Tyler,
happens.
coincidentally, where I work, there's also a lot of geese.
They're everywhere.
I have very similar experiences to where they'll just kind of waddle out into the middle of the road and just be like, yeah, F you.
Hi, I'm a goose. I give 0 fucks. Like, I just do not care about your existence.
And I'm also going to shit
everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Luke. We were playing Pokemon Go for a community day a month ago, and we're walking, and it was goose apocalypse. I mean, just every inch of the sidewalk, and some of them looked like it was the leavings of a dead goose. Like, the goose got all of the gooseness squeezed right out of it.
It was like someone fed a goose Taco Bell.
Yeah. It was the darkest goose timeline. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, it's all down there.
I don't feel like anything can compare to this goose game now. I'm kind of looking forward to that Pokemon game that's coming out. That Eevee, let's go Eevee. Cool. Yeah, let's go Pikachu. Let's go Eevee. It's coming out on the Switch. I'm Thursday, is it? Well, it'll be a while before I get it, but you'll tell me how it is.
I will. It's pre-ordered.
It seems cool.
Probably in the mail.
Yeah, it's just the old red and blue, yellow, whatever remade, but with new features, and it seems kind of great. So,
I watched some gameplay on YouTube the other day.
Yeah,
some people playing it, and at one of the Nintendo Treehouse events, and it just looks fun and happy.
Yeah,
which is kind of what Nintendo has just been really putting out. It's just fun, happy games. And I like that.
There's value in that.
It sounds kind of like what you want, like what you just said you wanted the Zelda game to be. That it's on your 2DS. Like, it's just a remake, and with better graphics and modern controls and all that.
It's the remake of Yellow. I'd only played Blue back in the day, but there's not a whole lot of difference between Yellow and Blue and Red anyway. Yeah. So it's not that big of a deal.
You started with Pikachu instead of the other ones, and there was very little else different other than it was in color. But yeah, basically gave me the exact same game with modern graphics and quality of life improvements, and that's all I need right now. Yeah, so it's perfect for me. What else is on my list? I had it written down and I forgot it. I don't know. What else is on your list, Luke? While I search for
I'm gonna end up picking up Smash Brothers too.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Or maybe as a Christmas gift.
Jeez. Boy. Pretend I didn't just play the intro music and stuff when I was typing. Just pretend that didn't happen.
Done.
Doom Eternal? I don't know. Doom Eternal?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
I need to play the original Doom before I pick that one up, though.
Yeah. It would be worth doing that, because that game is cool. I'll have to finish it before I pick that up. The Warcraft 3 remake. Warcraft 3 Reforged. I'm excited for that. I want to play that.
Does it have a release date?
I think just 2019 or 2020.
Okay.
I can't remember.
So not near future.
It's not super near, but it's coming soon. It's coming soon to a PC near you, I'm sure. Yeah. So there you go.
So Metro Exodus. I kind of was looking at that for a little while during E3. It's supposed to be coming out in February. Yoshi comes out sometime in the spring of 2019 as well.
Lots to look forward to.
A lot of Nintendo games I'm looking forward to. Like,
if
you would have told me 2 years ago that I'd be looking forward to all these Nintendo games, I'd have called you crazy.
I would too.
But now that's like the majority of what I'm looking forward to.
It's funny. It's a funny old world.
Say poetry. It rhymes.
Yeah. Well, folks, that brings us to the end. brings us to the last time we're going to hit this number 4 key on my keyboard and play the outro music for Questlog. It's been a wild ride. I'm excited for what's to come. I am thankful for you guys for sticking it out for so long and doing this with us. To anyone who's ever listened to the show, giving it a shot, thank you to you too. And I hope that you will come with us as we venture forth on this new endeavor. Still to be determined what it's going to be called. So stay tuned. Hit us up on Twitter. Send us an email. questlogcast.com. We'll send you back the name of the new show if you want to know it. How's that sound?
Yeah, we're going to go into our cave like a big old bear. And we're going to come out a better bear.
Better bear.
A bigger bear.
Bigger bear. 2019 # bigger bear. That's going to do it for me, everybody. Have a good night.
I'll see you on the other side.
Take care, everyone.